Well, tributes and condolences are pouring in following the death of Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini. The 72-year-old monarch, who was a diabetic, was admitted to a Durban hospital in February. Traditional Prime Minister of the AmaZulu monarchy, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, has confirmed that the king passed away from COVID-19 complications. Buthelezi says the king contracted COVID-19 in hospital. KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikalala says a provincial government has written to President Cyril Ramaphosa requesting that King Goodwill Zwelithini be granted a state funeral. Zikalala was briefing the media earlier.
As KwaZulu-Natal provincial government, we wish to announce that the provincial government, through the Premier, has requested His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa to declare a state funeral for His Majesty the King. As the province, we declare this whole week as a week for mourning, meaning all government and private functions must be suspended. On Thursday, the 18th of March, we call for prayer service throughout the province of KwaZulu-Natal to pray for the Zulu nation following the passing of His Majesty. Government will be working and appoint the team of MECs, the Interministerial Committee, that will work with the Royal House in the preparations for all activities leading to the burial Ukchalwa Kwesile. The office of the Premier, guided by the royal family and the presidency, will work and prepare logistics for the sending off of His Majesty. The provincial government will support and ensure adherence to all Level 1 regulations and COVID-19 health protocols. The provincial government will visit the Royal House tomorrow to offer its condolences.
Well, SABC News reporter Simpiwe Makanya is at the KwaKhetomthandayo Palace in Nongoma in northern KwaZulu-Natal as we cross to him live there. Well, Simpiwe, the last time I spoke to you, mourners were still coming in drips and drabs. Take us through that now. What's happening?
Colin, that continues to be the case here at KwaKhetomthandayo Palace. Mourners continue to come in their numbers to actually send their condolences following the passing on of AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini. With us, Colin, I'm not going to waste time. We are joined by the King's brother, Umntwana sithokoza kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho. Perhaps as a family, how are you feeling at this moment?
It's difficult to express how you feel about this, because this has been a tragic thing that has happened to us, especially to the royal family and to the entire Zulu nation. So for me to say, I don't have words really, how do I feel? Because when I heard this news early this morning, it was so devastating. From where I'm sitting and from where I'm standing, where we are at KwaKhetomthandayo, where the king was born, because he grew up from Gwadlamashasha, his grandfather's palace. And then our father, the late King Cyprian, also came here at KwaKheta. When I'm looking at you, I'm seeing the part where our king, towards his coronation, cars with, and the warriors and everybody that were during the day of his coronation in 1971. By the time I was still young. So it brings me all those memories at my young age. I even remember when I was at my mother's house at Evuna. During school holidays, the king will pick me up from town right up to the palace. I played the role of being a young boy from him, but because I regarded him as my brother or the father to me. You know, when you are inside the car driven by the king, it wasn't a tar road here. So, you know, when you're a kid, you'll stand up just enjoying the movement. And when the aircon flashes you with the king driving you, I remember those memories. So to me, there's a lot that I can remember. Because when I grew up, when the king passed away, I was taken by Mangosuthu Buthelezi. But when the present monarch took the throne, he went straight to Senior Prince Israel Mqwayizeni to say, I'm bringing him back. I came back. That is where I grew up from here, from this palace here. So those memories come to me. Even today, I'm as big as I am. I'm very proud of being the one that was loved by the king. So those memories come with tears to me. Some of them enjoyable, some of them, because as I'm saying, he was a father figure to us. He will tell you straight when things we are not doing right. That is why he was so recommended by most of as a senior king in the entire continent. So we're so blessed to be with such a wonderful king. So it's a great loss. I will stay from Department of Education, the political parties, and everybody when you talk about Zulu King, because he's the one of the longest serving king in our kingdom. So to us, you remember the ceremonies that he has revived, the return ceremony, first fruit ceremony, and most those things that he has taught us that we need to follow our custom and culture. So I'm very proud, but it's a great loss. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, because he instilled that we need to unite, to be united, more especially to the entire royal family. So it's a great loss, that's what I can say.
Makeba, a lot has been said about his legacy in terms of reviving some of the practices that you have alluded to. But what would you say is that one characteristic that the people of this country must remember King Goodwill Zwelithini for?
You know, this coming year, he was going to be turning 40 in the rain. So to us, I think the preparation have gone as much as one can say, but it hasn't been launched because we didn't expect this tragic thing, because all the ideas that are coming from us, but we cannot say this is what was going to happen until he endorses what actually, how do you know me? Because there's different kinds of people, the professors, the royal family members, the politicians, professional soccer people, because he was a soccer player too. So all those things, and a great thing about him as a farmer. Yeah.
Makeba, in terms of the processes now going forward, what can you tell us ahead of the burial?
The most important thing, when this happened, as the family, we haven't had the meeting together to say, but everything is being led by Prince of KwaPhindangene and the entire royal family members. I believe once we meet tomorrow, that's when we'll inform the world what is going to happen.
Condolences to you, Umntwana, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that's the King's brother, Umntwana Umbonisi Zulu, being emotional as he's explaining the relationship that he had with the late King Goodwill Zwelithini, saying, of course, that at the moment the arrangements when it comes to the funeral have not been confirmed. They will only be confirmed after a meeting which is expected to take place tomorrow. Colin?
Right, coming to us live from Nongoma, Tandayo Palace in northern KwaZulu-Natal, Simpiwe Makanya, of course, giving us the latest update of what's happening outside the palace there.